Hey guys, it's Jane. It's Friday today, so it's time for another Friday Reads. Now, I don't have to spend a lot of time talking about the books that I read this week this time around because I actually only finished one, and that was the S.J. Rozan that I showed you last week. On the line, it's a second Bill Smith, Lydia Chin mystery that I've read. These are kind of squarely in the traditional mystery space, so there's no graphic violence, there's no graphic sex. There is quite a bit of swearing in this one, which I don't know how that plays into that whole nice murder for the little old lady at the library kind of thing, but there's also a quite contrived mystery with clues sort of thing going on with it. It's a bit of a funny marriage. The previous one of these, which I quite enjoyed, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll look it up and I'll write it here. I thought that one worked really well. This one I felt a bit less excited about. That's the other one I finished. This week I was reading Dostoyevsky last week, and I'm still reading Dostoyevsky this week. I would probably be further along, except that my e-copy of this is not working properly. I got about, I don't know, a third of the way through, and I went to a footnote. There's lots of footnotes, which is useful to explain cultural references and stuff that you don't naturally get. It's good to have a few footnotes when you're reading a classic. So I went to a footnote and I tried to go back, and there is now 4.5 chapters of the book that it won't let me see. So I don't think the whole book is ruined, but I've had to change back to the paper, my paper copy, which is slowing things down a bit because I don't especially adore this translation. Plus, I've failed to finish this book, this physical book, so many times that it's like bad vibes kind of coming to get me. But yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get through this weekend. I'm going to get through the bit where it's not working and back onto my e-copy, and then we're going to be full steam ahead with Dostoyevsky. And by the way, that wasn't a complaint. That was just a description of things that happened. For those of you who remember, I gave up complaining for Lent. And, it's good. Lenten disciplines are good to remind you exactly how fallen you are as a person. That's what I think. That's what I think. My other Lenten thing that I was giving up was a self-care thing. I was giving up staying up past midnight to try and help me get a bit more sleep and try and help me, do life a bit better. I thought that was a good idea, and I've only failed in that once. I did actually not get to bed until 10 past midnight one night because I was in the middle of something that was really gripping. But, again, it's like the discipline reminds you how fallen you are as a person and how difficult it actually is to do the right thing, even if it's a small thing like that. So, it's a good reminder. Hey, even when you fail. So what am I reading right now? Apart from Dostoyevsky, I have started, I'll put that up for more than 10 seconds. I have started the second one of the Fionavar Tapestry, which I'm reading as part of a read-along with Sabrina from Stay Cappuccino. We're reading this trilogy, and I'm supposed to be nearly finished, but I'm not. I got to this bit. Let me just read it to you. I got to this bit, and I was like, I cannot do any more of this today. I just can't. I have to put this down and come back to it when I'm in a better frame of mind. Here we go. He and Dave handled the baggage. None of them had more than carry-ons, while Paul registered. And on the way in, they passed the entrance to a bar crowded at lunchtime, and he caught a glimpse of a cute, freckled barmaid. "Do you know," he told Dave, as they waited for Paul to arrange for the rooms, "I can't remember the last time I was laid." Dave, who couldn't either, with greater justification, grunted, "Get your mind out of your pants for once." Yeah. This is why I don't read YA. Seriously, it doesn't, yeah. However, the other thing that because I'm off the Dostoyevsky on my e-reader, I needed a palate cleanser, and I also needed something to read at night on my e-reader. So I found I had a Terry Pratchett that I had not read. I bought all the City Watch books to reread them on my e-reader. And I bought this one by mistake. But it's not been a mistake because I'm really enjoying it now. I bought it 6 months ago and it's just been hanging around. Going Postal. I'm about halfway through, but I stumbled upon a beautiful, beautiful passage from this morning, and I thought I'd just include this. This is the postmaster, who's the central character in this, whose name is Moist Lipfig, because Terry Pratchett has this particular gift for names. He is going to the library to try and find a piece of information that somebody's told him about his post office, which he thinks is cursed or something. So anyway, so he's gone to the library, and here we are. This is sort of an introductory passage when we're approaching the library. People flock in search of answers to those questions only librarians are considered to be able to answer, such as, is this the laundry? How do you spell surreptitious? And, on a regular basis, do you have a book I remember reading once? It had a red cover, and it turned out they were twins. Yes, that's why I like a little bit of Terry Pratchett. He's a funny man. He's a funny man. That's it. That's me today. This weekend I am going to have a lot of time for reading because I'm going to a party which is over on the other side of town, and I'm going to be training it, and I'm going to be on the train almost all day Sunday, I think. So I'm taking Dostoyevsky and I'm going to chunk on through, and yeah, I'm excited about that. So hopefully I'm going to get a heap of reading done this weekend. And why don't you tell me what you're reading? And then I can go, yay, wouldn't it be nice to be reading that rather than what I'm reading? But anyway, I hope you're all well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!